Hi.
Wait, I have something in my mouth. Don't go
Oh
yet.
my
I'm
gosh.
sorry.
It's fine.
I should have waited.
No, this is perfect. Welcome back or welcome first time. But if this is your
Yeah,
first time hearing our voices, you should go back
shame on
and
you.
start at the beginning because that's where a story starts is at the beginning.
Yep, the
And
true
what
lore.
what are we but humble storytellers at the end of the day?
You may notice our setup is a little bit different, and Emily's in particular.
Yeah, if you're listening, not watching, you're gonna wanna look at a thumbnail or something because I am, I don't wanna say showing off my riches, but
Mm.
my headset I mean, do you wanna describe it? How would you describe my headset?
Um, Cute, funny, quirky, little cat
And
moment, gamer girl.
gamer girl. It is my gaming headset, and it does have cat ears on it.
Mm,
I'm not a furry, okay? I just appreciate the
right.
culture.
There's
That's it.
nothing wrong with them
Then
either.
there's nothing wrong.
And
Protect
you'd also get to see Penny sleeping beside
Penny.
me.
Yeah.
She's a perfect, precious
Very
little
cute.
angel. It's okay.
Welcome back to We Were Girls Together. I am Emily.
And I am Rachel, and we are very excited for this week's episode. You're in for a little bit of a treat. We are going to be talking about what it's like growing up in a small town, and we hope that you find something interesting,
Hope you find it interesting. Hope you find
to
it
say the least.
horrifying, maybe.
Mm,
It's like a car accident. You can't look away because it's just
no.
like, oh my God, you grew through that. Good for you. Or you're like, that's sweet because it
Yeah.
is salty sweet. There's good, there's bad, there's shock horror, there's
Few
unlimited,
pedophiles.
there's and stay to listen to that. Okay? I think I just yeah, we're gonna like talk about that, talk about being girls together in a small town. And
Yeah.
just remember, all of us are girls. If you're listening to this, you're a girl. You're here for girlhood, okay?
Hmm.
Everyone.
We're all a part of it.
I'm telling you who you are and how you should identify.
Yeah. Anything else is wrong.
Anything else is wrong. We're all girls.
Yeah.
And we're all mothers. Okay. Okay, but Rachie Roo, that's your
Mm.
legal government name, Rachie
Yep.
Roo.
I'll
How was
also
your week?
respond to Ratchet Rage.
Ratchet Rach.
My
How was
week
your
was
week?
so good. I had a really nice week. I was feeling energized. I don't know, I was just feeling really good. I was feeling hopeful. Some really good job
Aw,
postings came up.
nice.
I got out in the yard. I was in the garden nearly every day. And then I made some new friends this weekend. So that was
What?
fun. I know. I know that cuts a
Okay.
bit deep, doesn't it? But I did make some really nice friends. Um,
Aw, how did you
mhm.
meet them?
Well, we were hanging out with some of our friends from where we used to live down in New South Wales,
Mhm.
and we thought it was just the two of them, and then they ended up inviting like two other couples, and they were all so nice. Like
Aw.
just really clicked right away. We were all laughing together, made plans to go to the markets and just hung out at the beach all day. They invited me into their book club. It was really nice. I had so much fun actually. It was a
You're gonna
great
do a book
weekend.
club?
I know. Yeah, I
Even
might
if it's
join a
like
book club.
nonfiction and fiction together, not just
I haven't
self-help?
decided yet. I know
You
I do
better.
really like a self-help book.
No,
I should. I
sorry.
should because I'm trying to make friends. So,
And
I
you
will
would
read a
like
fiction
it
book.
if you just let your mind just,
Yeah,
like, let
that's
go
what
of
I use
reality.
movies for sometimes, but
Your
I do
mind
need to
is
get into fiction books.
that's awesome. I love a book
Yeah,
club. You know what you
yeah.
should start with? You have to
Mm.
start with a thriller.
I wanna read Wuthering Heights because
Oh,
I've already pre-booked in to go watch. Oh, excuse me.
that's a that's a oh, yeah, that's a tough one.
I wanna read that one. I wanna read that one
It's
before I go
yeah.
to the movies next week, but
You're gonna read it
but
before next week.
how many pages is it?
I don't know.
Either do I. I guess I'm being optimistic, but I wanna
Wow.
try. But
Damn,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to that movie. I've pre-booked it. But yeah,
Yep.
I had such a nice week. I like making new friends, but like new
Mhm.
friends where you meet where you're like, "Oh, this could be really good."
You click right away.
Yeah, and it
Yeah,
wasn't
that's a nice feeling.
draining and
Mm.
yeah, so that was really nice. And then got to spend some good time with Ethan because he's been doing crazy
Who's Ethan?
hours. Like who or where?
Who? Who's
Don't know.
Ethan?
Just some guy that shows up to my house every once in a while.
Okay.
Honestly, every once in a
Friend of the
while because he's
pod, or
friend of the pod.
I would
Yeah.
describe him as my immortal enemy of the pod, but that's just me.
That's fine. You
Um,
two can hash it out.
I'm kidding, Ethan. Sit
No,
down.
he's upset. He's probably wiping his tears listening to this.
Because
No,
he's a
but
listener.
he is a listener. But
Yeah.
he's just been working crazy hours. So we haven't really been able to see each other very much. He's been
Mhm.
doing like actually illegal hours, like 16-hour
That's
days
awesome.
sometimes. So that's pretty
Ew.
fucked up. Yeah, so it was
In
nice to
this
spend some
hot
time
sun.
with him. Yeah, in the hot sweltering sun. You
Is it a
bet.
secret what he's working on?
I think so. And
Ugh.
catch me completely spoiling it one
Working
time.
with Gwyneth Paltrow again, that dirty dog.
That dirty dog.
Him
Last
and The
movie was
Rock.
with Chris
Ever heard of
Hemsworth.
him? I
Yeah,
know.
you know that guy. I got to
Chris
catch a
Hemsworth.
glimpse of Chris.
You got to catch a glimpse of him?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
saw a glimpse of him?
I saw a glimpse of him,
Is he
and he's a
tall in real
unit.
life?
He's tall. He's tall,
Whoa.
tall and built like a brick shit
Thor?
house.
He is Thor?
Thor. Yeah, he's
Whoa.
Thoring.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But how was your week? What did you get up
My
to?
what did I do this week? I was working. I've got something exciting that's not fully finalized yet, so I won't get into it, but I had some exciting steps forward in that has to do with my home situation.
Ooh.
Has nothing to do with the rats being gone. They are here still.
They're
So
moving with you,
don't
actually.
you worry. That's why I got these ears on. Scare them away.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was kind of cool. Just working, cleaning people's houses. I went and spent time with my friend Sophia last night. We watched The
Hmm.
Housemaid. That's Sydney Sweeney
Was
one.
it good?
Um, I read the book, and the book is
Yeah.
like not. I don't want to hate on the book or anything, but it
Mm.
was like I've read all of them in that series just because I
Yeah.
am like I need to know what happens. Um, but I don't know if I would. I mean, yeah, sure, read it. It's an easy read, but
Mm.
the movie, I don't like Sydney Sweeney as an
Thank you.
actress. I'm
Okay.
sorry. In Euphoria, she was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't know where her acting chops went from her as I think it's Cassie, and she does like
Yeah.
that whole scene where she's like, "Ah, and she's like
Yeah. That
freaking
was
out, and
good.
everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is incredible! She deserves an award for this." And I was in that group of people that felt that way. But then everything else she's ever done, I'm just like, she ruins the scene for me. Like, and so then
Mm.
in The Housemaid, it starts, book is written and the movie is done so that the first half is from Sydney Sweeney's character's perspective. And
Mm.
then the second half is from Amanda Siegfried or
Se
Siegfried's
Secret, yeah.
perspective. And
Yeah.
Amanda is an incredible actress. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
I like her in everything she does. She's so, so good. And so to have basically a side by side of like Sydney Sweeney and then Amanda Siegfried
Aw.
is like not doing Sydney Sweeney any justice. It was just like, and I don't
Mm.
know who the director was, but they made some weird fucking choices where it's just like we know Sydney Sweeney is hot. You don't even have to put her tits up to her chin for us to know that she's hot.
Yeah.
And there was like this scene where and the character Millie is like this tough kind of character, right? This isn't spoiling anything. She comes out of prison for murder. She was in prison since she was like 15 or something. She comes
Oh
out of there
god.
for murder and then has to find a job. It's hard for her to find a job because she was in prison for murder. So she
Yeah.
finds a job as a housemaid and this lady hires her, and then there's a bunch of stuff you find out later on. But so she's a tough fucking chick. And Sydney Sweeney was just like Oh my god, and I don't know where she grew up that her voice sounds the way it does, but her voice always sounds like that American Eagle
Mm,
ad where she's like,
mm, mm.
"Oh," like, "Oh, like,
That
it's like
kind of
a
ruined it for
vocal
you.
fry,
Yeah,
but it's something else, and so, yeah, it was so weird because she's supposed to be, like, from New York, so she's supposed to have, like, kind of like a New York sounding accent,
yeah.
and it just does not give that at all. And then Amanda's character was just perfect.
Aw,
I would watch her play a woman unraveling a million times over. She does such a good job. She's just like, oh
go
my god, yeah,
Amanda.
she's incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, she did really
and I
good.
guess Sydney Sweeney's just like, she's newer into her career than Amanda,
Hmm,
so maybe she'll just keep evolving, but I think
I
she's a
don't
bit
think so.
controversial
I
during
think
a
she's hit her
pretty
ceiling.
unstable time. Maybe.
Yeah, I would
Yeah,
say so.
that's what I think. Okay.
Republican Barbie.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah,
But yeah,
want
so
it there.
that was a big part of my weekend though. Me and
Yeah.
Sophie had so much fun. We went to um the Dirty Soda Shop, Sweet Streams, and my Mormon
Mm,
soda. I'm addicted to it. And I
yum.
love it. It's such a cute place. It's like this cute little um soda shop. And so we go there quite a bit. So we went there before, got a little treat, and then went back to her place. And after we finished that movie, we started watching this horror movie called Hoarders. If you ever wanna watch, like, a really terrible horror movie, but, like, for fun, it's, like, kind of so bad that it's, like, camp.
I don't watch horror movies,
Yeah.
especially not for fun. No, thank you.
I love horror movies, especially when they're good,
I'm a crier.
like The Conjuring. Remember when we saw that in
I'm pretty sure
theaters?
I actually cried in that
I
one.
know, it was so funny. It was in
Yeah,
our little small ass movie theater, one
yeah.
screen, the
Pretty much
Napier
wooden
Theater,
seats. They may as well be wooden.
wooden seats, yeah. The nice thing about a small town theater though is, like, you can be, like, talking and screaming throughout the whole thing,
Yeah,
because that's what we were
and they'll
doing.
call you out by name. Be like,
Yeah, they're
"Shut the
like,
fuck up, Emily.
Rachel Ingens, sit down, please."
I'll call your
Yeah.
mom."
"Stop crying.
"Okay."
You're loud. We
Yeah,
can hear you sobbing."
I can hear you.
But yeah, so that was pretty
Nice.
fun. She got me this little blind box from Animal Crossing, that
Cute.
I have to open up still. So yeah, that was my week.
Perfect.
It's just kind of like
Nice.
random.
Both had good weeks.
Yeah, sounds
Good.
like
I'm
it.
happy for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
So
wondering if you wanna do a tarot card pull again,
yes. Oh my gosh, thank you. I totally
and we can
forgot.
see what this week is gonna be like. I'll let you
I
go first.
also I had done a tarot card pull before an important meeting that I had to do
Mm.
regarding my housing stuff, and I got the Hierophant, which is the Hierophant in the upright position or the right side position, and it is like trusting conventional systems kind of
Mm.
thing, or
Oh,
trusting. So I have to just like trust this system that it's going to help me get what I want. And hey, guys, it did do that. So it was interesting. I was
awesome.
like, okay, usually I'm like,
Obsessed with
fight.
those.
Yeah. And these cards are usually out to get me. Okay. So do you want to go first or should I go first?
You go. You're ready.
This is for my upcoming week ahead. Gonna knock on it. Did you add your old cards back into the deck?
I did today, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna add mine back in and knock on it 3 times. Also, please, somebody, if that actually is, like, allowing, like, negative energy in, please tell me, and I'll stop knocking on it. I think I heard that from somebody one time, so clear my mind and shuffling. Oh. Oh, a bunch just fell.
Right.
Okay, let's see what we get. Okay, I've got 3 wands and the King of Cups in reverse. Dishonest, double dealing man, roguery, exaction, injustice, vice, and scandal.
Great. Well, you're in
I,
for a great week.
I've about had it with these goddamn cards, okay?
You know
And
what
then
the
I
trick
got,
is? To give you cards that are all positive.
I know,
Just get a nice deck.
I'm scared of my deck. Like, that's
Mm.
not right what they're doing to me. Okay, and then I got the 3 of Wands in the right position. A calm, stately figure with his back turned, looking from a cliff's edge at ships passing over the sea. Three staves are planted in the ground, and he leans slightly on one of them. He symbolizes established strength, enterprise, effort, trade, discovery, commerce. Those are his ships bearing his merchandise, which are sailing over the sea.
Okay, that sounds good.
I
How
am
does that make
going
you feel?
to I mean, it makes me feel good. It's like, okay, I'm watching my efforts go off into the world and
Yeah,
take flight, and I'm just watching them, and I get to see what comes of it.
nice. I like that. That's a
Sure.
great one.
Yeah, this King of Cups in reverse, you can
Yeah, that
fuck
can go
right
right
off.
back in.
That's crazy.
Nice. That's a
I'm
great
actually
pull.
putting that one back in the deck.
Burn it, if anything.
I'm gonna burn this whole deck. Actually, I think that's bad to burn tarot decks, isn't it?
Um, I'm not exactly sure, but it sounds like something that would wreak
Sounds like
havoc in the
yeah,
spiritual realm. All
interesting.
right, I'm gonna do my same deck, my native
Can you pull
spirit
one
deck.
for me too out of yours?
Yeah, of course I can. I was a bit anxious with this one.
Oh,
Freedom
well,
horse. Pretty.
honestly, I've called you that behind your back for years, so
The freedom horse. Freedom horse. All right. Card meaning. Let your spirit fly. Do not hold back. Break free and express yourself. Flaunt your stuff, dance, laugh, explore, and go beyond predictable behavior. Get out of the rut. You don't need to fit the mold. Be daring. Fling your arms to the heavens. Enjoy. That sounds like a freaking good card. I'll take that.
let your freak flag fly.
Let you freak out. Yeah, I love that. That to
Yeah,
me means kind of just keep on this same trajectory. I felt really great last week and kind of put myself out there more, reached out to some old contacts.
nice.
Yeah, it was outside pretty much Penny. Sorry. Like was
Come on.
outside for a lot of my days. Yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, I started a new gym last week too. So that
Wow,
that makes
brag.
me feel good. I like that
That's
one.
awesome.
Yeah. All right. What would you like me to ask for you?
Ask if my numbness in my face will go away or if that's just like
I think you need to ask a doctor that, maybe not
you're
the
right.
tarot. Maybe
Ask
not the tarot.
ask about ask give it like a vibe of like should I be aiming for more structure or am I following the
This path.
flow, you know?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like should I be taking more of an active
Approach
approach
into
or
like
should
your
I
week
stay
or just with different
yeah,
circumstances
just
right
like
now in
with
your life?
life. Yep.
Okay.
Passive or active approach. I feel like you're like kind of magic right now. Like if I think you should get a crystal ball.
Honestly, I think I should too.
I think you could like maybe do some shit with that.
I actually should tell you about my
Medicine
dreams this week. What?
medicine woman slash man?
I know.
That scares me.
I also thought that
I'm
was
not going to the
interesting.
doctor. This face numbness has got to go away
It's
on its own.
curing.
Yeah.
Medicine woman and medicine man.
Hmm.
Oh, profound inner and outer healing is occurring. You're a natural healer. You're on the mend, and or a situation is being resolved. True.
True.
Scary. Have
What?
faith. That's it's happening. Have faith. That's it's
You
happening.
gotta have faith, faith, faith.
You
Oh,
are a
you gotta
sacred
have.
healer. You are a medicine woman slash
I am.
medicine man of the soul. Yeah,
These
I think
hands. Magic hands.
I read I read that as just like I think that whatever you're doing is fine, just the right balance,
Hmm.
that things are being resolved, things are being mended. How did you read that?
I think that, yeah, I'm just like gonna keep doing what I'm doing and
Mm,
not give a fuck, you know,
yeah, it seems like things are kind of coming
or
to
keep giving a
fruition.
fuck about the stuff that I
Yeah,
haven't given a fuck about because
yeah.
obviously that's what's
The
important.
fun is working.
The fuck where the fuck is supposed to go is where I'm gonna give a fuck.
Bless you, Penny. She just came in and sneezed. I'm sorry.
Aww, she blessed
Damn it.
you.
Why is she growling? Can you hear that?
Yeah, that's what that was. Whoa, was she
And she's
growling
like
at you?
looking up at the ceiling. What did you see?
Oh my god,
We're
I'm
having a
scared.
spiritual moment. Pause the recording. Give her a treat.
Oh
Sorry.
my god, what if, like, I see on the camera your door, like, close on its
Oh my god.
own?
That would
That
be
would be
some
so
spooky shit.
scary.
Mark my words, some weird shit right now is happening in the spirit dream realm,
Mm,
and just be careful.
dude, I
Sleep.
agree.
Something fucking weird is happening.
No, I agree, I've had the craziest dreams. Mine are just super graphic and fucked up.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's a bit different.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know
but they
what's
have
going
been
on.
graphic. Yeah, but
Like
something weird's
and, like, I
happening.
can remember them, which is so weird. Like,
Mm.
I can see the
True,
dream
because
and
you
remember
said
it.
you don't. All
Ugh.
right. Well, should we get into our topic for today
Yes, I'm ready.
and get it rolling? So,
W
topic for today's episode is all about a small town life and growing up in a small town as young women and what that was like. And like Emily said, it's a bit of sweet and salty, a little bitter at points.
Mhm,
But yeah, we'll kind of get into the ins and outs. And maybe I'll even ask you if you'd ever go back to a small town.
oh, do you wanna start?
Sure.
Okay, you
Sure.
start.
So I think growing up in Munson, which was even smaller than Drumheller,
Oh,
I have
yeah.
such great memories of that as a kid. And not much happening around, but like a
Mhm,
lot of outdoor space, a lot of fun, a lot of bike riding, a lot of running around. Basically, just living outside is how I remember my childhood growing up on the farm or the acreage and just always playing with my brothers, having you guys over, playing outside, just very analog, I would say, growing up. And I have really fond memories of that. And I think that's something that I would take into my adulthood. Like, I'd want the same thing for my children if I ever have kids, is something similar in that part, anyways, growing up before school or even like early school days. I think that was really important to me and something that I look back on all the time really fondly of. But
mhm.
what about you?
I
When you were
do
that young.
I mean, I don't think I would rather grow up anywhere I wouldn't wanna change how I grew up. I think that it really promotes your creativity and your ability to fight boredom, and,
Mhm.
I think too, it helps kids with independence at a young age. Sometimes it was a little too young, and, I think it's funny though, I also love the memories that I have of being 12 or 10 when it was probably kind of a gray area to be unsupervised happened. When we would be home alone, me, Grace, and Carson, my 2 siblings, my mom would be home with us during the summertime, and then closer to the beginning of the school year, she would have to go into the school to start prepping her classroom. So there would be a couple days, that as far back as I can remember, where it'd be me, Carson, and Grace at the house by ourselves, and it was Animal Farm. There was a pecking order. We were establishing dominance over one another. Grace was always the mediator between me and Carson
Oh my
when we
god.
were really
Still
young
is
because
probably. No.
sometimes.
Ah,
I think I'm more of a mediator now, but
nice.
when we were really young, Carson and I were both Libras, so we can both
Oh
be a
god.
little dramatic, and I was around Carson's size and then bigger than him for some of our childhood, even though he's my older brother. We would get into physical altercations where we'd be wrestling. If we started fighting, he would just grab me and hold me like a hug so that I'd just be like,
Squirming around.
and then I remember sometimes he would try and tell me what to do, especially if mom had left us chores to do while she was gone. And I was the type of kid that would try and finish all their chores like 10 minutes before she got home.
Mm.
So she'd always say, take the chicken out,
Oh
defrost
my
or thaw
god.
the chicken. And it would be 10 minutes before she came home and I took the chicken out. And so it's still obviously frozen. And then so Carson was the opposite where he would get all of his chores done first thing in the morning, then have the rest of the day. And so then sometimes he'd kind of get under my freaking skin about it because I was
Mhm.
just like a little turd, lazy. I loved being on the computer. I loved watching TV. I loved being in my room doing I don't even God knows what, just like
Mhm.
weird little crafts and shit. Uh, I remember this one time me and Carson were going at it, and he was just making me so mad. And Grace was watching us, and she's just like, guys, stop leaving, guys." So scared. And then I just got so fed up, and I think this was the first time I swore, maybe ever,
Oh god.
and yeah, and so I was so mad, and so I threw my head back and I threw my arms to my side and I was like, "Fuck," at the
That's so
top of my
dramatic.
lungs, hollered that at the top of my lungs,
Go hard
and then
for your first time.
Grace was like, "Ah!" and screamed like that and then ran away to her bedroom because she was scared of the hulking out that I was doing, and Carson was like, "I'm gonna tell mom that you said that." And I was
Yeah.
like, "No!" I started crying,
Please, no.
begging. I was like, "Please don't tell her. Please don't tell her." And then I, like, went and found Grace, and she was, like, hiding under her blanket.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So so
Trauma.
I still feel bad about that. My poor little Gracie just helpless, and
You look evil right
I
now.
was
I don't think
involved.
you feel bad.
I do feel bad. I'm like, "Oh god, that probably traumatized her." She's watching,
Probably.
like, a domestic in front of her,
Just
but
you.
it's hers yeah, it's her 2 siblings. But then we would be like that, and then that would be the early morning, and then by the afternoon, we'd be like, "You wanna, like, build
You're
a
right.
fort with our
Yeah.
stuffed animals?
Should we hang
Or
out?
should we hang what are you doing?" And then we'd all hang out, and it was fine.
That's cute.
But yeah, that was just funny being home alone. When you're in
Yeah.
a small town, you're home alone, and it's literally like it's like there's
Yeah,
nothing that can bad that can happen to you, like, of course there is, but there isn't because there's nothing around you.
yeah. And you know all your neighbors.
You know all the
Some you
neighbors,
wish you didn't know.
and
And
my
your neighbors
I
will rat on you as
neighbors will
well.
rat on you. My gosh, yeah. It's so crazy to me how, drinking was so normal for teenagers
Mm.
growing up.
Oh, and like binge drinking for sure.
Binge drinking,
Yeah,
like,
no
buying
limit.
a 2-6 to drink that night and,
Yeah.
like, cans of something, usually, like, a
Yeah.
twisted tea or, like, a
And all
Hey
the older
Y'all.
kids would just buy it for you and
Yes, some creepy fucking older guy would be like
mm, I'll buy
some
you alcohol.
18-year-old, because you don't have to be that old to be able to
Mhm.
Alberta, it's 18, so you could still be in high school and buy alcohol.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Well,
it was what?
that's another type of breed from a small town is like the people that
Which
like we used to party with. The small town
the
parties were
yeah,
way different
Disturbiana?
than the parties that I have gone to in the city, that's for sure.
No, I
I used to
know,
tell people, I'm like, "Yeah, didn't you ever go to, like, a shop party?"
mhm,
But I realized that a shop party isn't a normal thing for people in the cities, and we just call them shop parties because we'd literally go to some farm kid's house, and their parents would let them have a party in their farm shop, which is
which is like a
huge,
big
obviously.
barn slash, like, place where they would do,
Yeah,
like,
keep
working on, like,
equipment.
yeah, keep equipment or, like, work on stuff that needed to be fixed or store shit, and it was called
Yeah,
a shop or, like, a garage, I guess, like a really big
yeah.
garage kind of thing.
And
But
those
yeah,
were
no,
majority of our parties were
we
at
were
shop.
that and house parties, like the
I swear
occasional
I yeah, the
house party.
occasional, but I swear weren't
Or
as common.
it was,
Oh my god.
in the hoodoos, which
In
is a thing that is only, like, I don't know where else, maybe kids in, like, Arizona have these kind of parties
yeah.
where it's, like, in the hills, so, Drumheller is, like, it's like Jurassic Park there. It's a huge, like it's an
Mm,
old riverbed, the valley, right?
mm,
So it's
pretty
got
much, yeah.
yeah, it's got, like, all of these, like,
Literally a
rock
ditch.
formations. Yeah, it's literally a ditch, and, we would, go up into the hills, kind of, like, up above the town, but not out of the valley, and, they were called Casa de Wow. That was the place up in these hills, I think, like,
And
I
we
think
say,
it
"Are you
was.
going to Cast? Are you going to
Yeah,
Cast this weekend?"
Are you going to
And it was
Casa de
literally just
Wow?
this area in the hills that all these degenerate kids would
Yes,
gather,
but it felt
and
like
they'd
a
bring a
fucking
whole
movie,
case
bro.
of beer. It
It
did.
felt like we were at, like, Project X at that one, it was
Mm.
crazy.
And they'd
I
get
remember
called in because
yes,
people would just light these massive fires, and
massive
then
bonfires and, like,
people
dry
call.
brush areas. Yeah,
Mm.
so then the cops would show up and try and shut it down, or, like, the fire department would try and shut it down sometimes, but,
Chase all
I
these
mean,
kids.
you know everyone in the fire department, you know everyone in the police department, so it's I remember
Like,
people
"Oh, I
going
hope
up
we
to
get
the
the hot cop."
firefighters. Yeah. I remember people showing like, the firefighters showing up and then these, like, high school age girls going up and being like, "Who ordered the strippers? The
Oh
strippers are
my
here." And,
god.
like, they're not no one's getting unless you got that one cop. What was his name? Yeah, and
Douche
everyone called him
at
Douche Set,
douche that.
right? Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Yeah, it was
unless it was
literally
him
something
that
like
showed up, no one was ever getting written up for, like, underage drinking. The only
that.
thing they ever really kind of cared about is making sure no one was drinking and driving. And, yeah, and so they would try to shut down parties, it usually wouldn't work. It was yeah, parties were crazy, oh my god, I remember, ugh, I have embarrassing party stories. Oh my god. Do you know which one I'm thinking of? It was
I think so.
Halloween
Where?
in Drumheller.
Whose party?
Well, we went to the Halloween dance, and I was wearing a frog onesie.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I don't think I was there for
you
the
didn't go to the
Innivat.
party after,
I
you just
didn't.
went to
I
the
was at the
dance,
dance.
and so we went to somebody's house for a
Oh, I
party
remember,
afterward,
yeah.
and I think Mackenzie was there. She was.
Yep.
And, I had a 2-6 of cherry whiskey, and we were playing Sociables, the card game, and also, by the way, I'm 15, maybe 16 when this is happening, okay?
Mm.
Uh, so I'm wearing this stupid ass frog onesie, and I have, like, a t-shirt and spandex volleyball shorts on underneath. By the way, it's October in Alberta, so it's, like,
Cold.
-25. It's cold as fuck, and, degrees Celsius, also not Fahrenheit. And, uh, I'm at this party, and somebody pulls the waterfall card, and so everybody starts drinking. I'm drinking straight out of a 2-6 of cherry whiskey. I don't have a mixed drink or anything like that.
Oh
And so
god.
I'm chugging it, and I am not even at the end of the waterfall. I'm like maybe 4 people in and like a group of 8. And and so it stops. The waterfall stops, but one guy at this table goes, "Finish it." So I drink the rest of a 2-6 of cherry whiskey,
Hospitalized.
immediately blackout,
Oh.
end up outside on a trampoline, getting up to some shit, roll off of the trampoline and fall into dog shit on the ground, roll around in that a little bit. Oh yeah, piss myself, pee wee in my pants,
Mhm.
okay? End up having to discard my frog onesie, don't know what happens to it,
Well,
and then I
it was
forced
pissed on.
yep. Well,
Pissed
I
by
don't know
you
what
and shit on
happened.
by something else.
And I don't know where I put the frog onesie in this person's house. I
Let's
don't know
hope it was
where.
dog shit.
I
Mm.
don't know where it ended up. And then I forced, one of our guy friends there to give me his hoodie,
Mm.
and then, he ended up having to walk home that night, by the way, to his house in the
Whatever.
winter in a t-shirt without his hoodie. But yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Biggest thing in the world too, like, when
Oh my
something
god,
like that
well,
happens, you're
it
like,
was
"Oh my
pretty
god."
bad.
Everyone knows,
That,
which they probably did, which
everyone
is
did
the fucked
know.
up
I
thing.
got that confirmed, thank you, right away by
Yeah.
this of mine at the time, and, they ended up telling their mom or something, and then their mom told my mom, and this part, like, needed to happen because, like, who the fuck knows what kind of slippery slope I was on,
Mm,
and so then I got in, obviously, huge trouble. My mom, I mean, I think she thought that I had, like, a deeper problem going on, but I was just like,
mm.
"No, girl.
Well,
No, girl,
you
it's
did
just."
drink a whole bottle of cherry whiskey.
Yeah.
So, alarm bells were
To be
alarming.
cool and awesome and sick, and,
Yeah.
in some lenses, it was cool and awesome and sick,
Yeah, what's a
and,
little piss between friends?
what's a piss between friends? But yeah, and so, unfortunately, there was also a saying in our small town, "You ain't pissed until your pants are." I didn't originate that saying, but I guess I will, uphold it in this
Yeah,
situation.
pass it
So,
on.
yeah, I would say that that is, like, a crazy thing about being in a small town is, like, growing up in
Very good.
Alberta specifically, the underage drinking culture is actually I think
Wow.
it would blow the minds of other people.
Mm.
But I
One thing
also
I will
think
say
yeah,
is that drugs weren't a massive thing
weren't?
in our group anyways. Like, and but when I say, like, our group, I mean, like, most of the kids that we would associate with in school.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it
think,
was,
like,
like,
mostly
marijuana,
weed.
and then
Yeah,
I'd say, like, I think I heard of
cocaine.
a few people doing cocaine, like,
Yeah,
later, like,
I think that
maybe grade
was
12, but it
I
wasn't,
think
like,
we
a
were
common
kind of
thing. I was never
shielded
even
from that.
offered it. Yeah,
Yeah,
thankfully.
yeah. I
But,
definitely saw people do it sometimes when I had this
mm,
one when I was had that one group of friends before you and me started hanging out again,
yeah,
and I was still trying to, like, be a part of that group of friends because it felt like validation or something.
yeah,
And, yeah, definitely it was a thing for some people, but I
mhm,
think our friend group was just, like, hilarious, and we did not fuck
yeah,
with that shit.
mm,
And, yeah, like, I remember my god, just the parties, dude, like,
yeah.
that's what I think of when I think of growing up in a small town because there were so many situations where I was just, like,
You wanna know
letting loose as fuck. Like, I can now if I think about being that well, when you visited that couple summers ago here and we got fucked
no,
up,
mm,
that was like that's just a I've not been that inebriated
since,
since, I don't think, like, Jesus Christ,
like,
I just can't even
8 years
handle it, my
ago.
body cannot handle that.
Yeah, that's
No.
fair.
Yeah,
It's
it's
rejecting it.
too and it
It's
gives me
poison.
anxiety if I feel like
Mm,
I'm drinking and I start to, like, feel like a loss of self, a loss of sense
yeah.
of self, it starts to give me anxiety. Um,
It's your conscience kicking
yeah,
in.
and so,
This one mm.
what?
I was gonna share this one story of how small this town is when we would have graduation parties. So every year, the graduating class would have a graduation party, and a lot of the time it
Yeah,
was at the rodeo grounds in Drumheller because it was
right
this
by the
big
penitentiary.
venue. Yeah, right by the prison, and they would host it at the rodeo grounds. And you could invite like 2 guests, each grad could invite like 2 guests or something
And
maybe.
sometimes more if it was a smaller
Yeah,
class,
and,
which is crazy.
I think you could invite people maybe in the year below or 2 years below or something,
I
and
think you
then
had to
up to,
be
like, 2 years
16.
above you, which is fucking crazy. Yeah, you had to be
Yes,
16, and then you can
but
invite
those
older people, like full-blown
yes.
adults, which I think is a bit
Yeah, there would be, like,
wild.
23-year-olds at this a high school
Why do you wanna
graduation
go to a
party.
graduation party? But
Mm,
anyways,
yeah, why? And I
one of
remember
those
yep,
I
sorry.
don't know if it was mine or it was probably my graduation party because my dad was there as a chaperone.
It would have been yours, yeah.
Yeah, my dad was there. Each student or a handful of students had to bring a chaperone. There had to
Who
be
just had to
X
be
amount of
over
adults
18.
present. Yeah, which was fucking
Didn't even
wild.
have
You
to be
could
your
have like
parent or a relative, they just had to
mm.
be over 18.
But my dad did us the pleasure of coming, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit of a menace, or I was a bit of a menace, and they used to call me Ratchet Rage because I would just go crazy. And I'd have the most amount of fun,
Yeah.
and I'd just be being silly and ridiculous, and I would do stuff because I think it was funny. One of them being kissing this boy. Kissing this
Ew.
boy at my
Which one?
graduation party. Okay, we're gonna cut
Ew.
this, but
But it is, like,
I was kissing
funny because
him.
you weren't kissing him because you wanted to date him, you were kissing him because you thought it was hilarious that you were kissing him.
That's exactly right.
I know.
That's right. And my dad caught it. My dad saw it, and I'm still
Foul.
scarred, and I'm certain he is scarred. But he saw us kissing together, and I think we both
Disgusting.
just like he saw me, and I saw him afterwards because someone else had said something like, Rachel, you might want to stop."
Oh,
And then
yeah.
we made eye contact, and then my dad just walked away. And then the next morning, he brings it up to me. He's like, "So I saw you with so and so," and he's like, "So do you like him?" I was like, "What's worse? Do I tell my Dad, I don't like this guy at all? Or do I tell my dad, I do like this guy, and then I have to play this facade of someone that I have no intention of ever seeing again? I was like, uh, yeah, maybe. I think so. I don't know. Maybe.
We're getting married.
Huge lie. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Didn't like
actually
him. Thought it was
engaged.
hilarious.
Yeah. Now that was
But,
a funny thing that we used to do, you, me, and
mm,
Mackenzie, where we just thought it was funny to make out.
and dare I
Like,
say it was.
with people, not with each other, with people. We
Penny.
just were like, "It's funny
Yeah.
to try and make out with more than one person in an evening," which is crazy and
So
hilarious.
mischievous. Yeah, it was funny.
Mischievous. Yeah, I remember oh my god. I remember, like, we would go to especially because we were played for a slow pitch team together, which is
That's
another
another big
that's, like
small town thing.
those are
Huge.
big like, those are in the cities as well, but in a
Mhm.
small town, it's so different, guys.
It is.
The lore that one slow pitch team is passed down like, our
Mm.
slow pitch team also was called the French Toast Mafia, which is awesome and hilarious, and I think we had, like, one of the best mixes of group of people for a slow pitch
Mhm.
team, like, everyone on that slow pitch team was hilarious and, like, cool and nice,
Yeah.
and
We'd all
we would
hang
just
out.
we'd all hang out, we had so much fun. I remember, though, at the one I can't remember, I think it was either the Delia tournament or the Morin tournament,
The tournaments
and
were so fun.
yeah, the tournament weekends were hilarious. It was a wooden bat tournament, I remember that, because
Mm.
I could not hit a single
And that
ball
was
because the
Morin.
wooden
Yeah.
bats were so fucking crazy, and I remember that one person they weren't on our team, but they'd come to, like, hang out for the tournament,
Mm.
and they brought, on the back of their truck a water tank.
You'd only see
So,
that in a small
it's
town.
lit this is the most fucking redneck shit I can think of. And so it'd be hot all weekend, and so people would just, like, go on top of the water tank, which has, like, a single hole at the top opening,
Not safe.
not safe, and you would just open up the hole like, it's like a like, what are those, like
Industrial size, like a
yes,
farm equipment, you would
yes,
spray the fields with it. There's
yeah, so
probably chemicals in it at one point. Could have been
there
while we were in
probably
there.
was, and, yeah, so we would just, like, open that up and then go inside the water tank, and there was about, like, 2 feet of, like, headroom so that
Mm.
you weren't submerged in water and only had the hole to breathe out of. There was you could go back and inside, but it would feel
Could fit like
very
8 people.
claustrophobic. Yeah. Oh,
For
yeah,
sure,
and
someone
then the
pissed in
more
it.
people
Could have been me.
you could have been me, you know
Could
me.
have been me.
And yeah, and so the more people that got in it, the higher the water level would get.
Yeah,
And so if
so
you
you
were
were
at the
talking.
back of the water tank, you'd start to be like, "Okay, guys, like, maybe we need to
I'm
get out
making out
now."
too.
Yeah, I want out. I want out.
That
I
was
remember that.
so redneck.
That is so crazy, like, oh my god, that's so funny.
Mm.
And then, like, what's another thing? Oh, the bowling alley. Oh my gosh, because the bowling alley was a place that you could kind of fuck around underage and get
Yeah.
drinks from.
Yeah, and in a small town, like, there's honestly not very many things to do, so on an outing, you've really gotta make your own fun, so
And the bowling
we
alley
would
is
go
fun
to the
as
bowling
fuck.
alley all the time.
I
Yeah.
anywhere I've ever lived now, I'm like, let
Should we go
something to do
bowling?
bowling alley. And people are like, "Why the fuck do you like bowling?" I'm like, "I don't know. I feel at
Mm,
home in the
yeah,
lanes."
it's got that
And
shit smell to it.
it's got that smell to it where it's
Smells
like,
like
I don't
home.
know, I'm smelling somebody's armpit over here, I'm smelling
You're for
somebody's
sure getting
chicken fingers over
fungus.
here. You're
Yeah.
sharing shoes, maybe even socks.
Wednesday night, you could it was, what was it? Neon night, or they would put the black light on so all your
Yeah.
shit would glow up. That was the
Your
best.
teeth were glowing, so if
Yeah.
they were,
Yeah,
like, not
birthday
as bright
party.
as somebody else's, then that was embarrassing, so obviously your teeth aren't
I
white.
I remember trying to use my fake ID to get drinks at the bowling alley, but then I realized I don't even need a fake ID to get drinks at the bowling
Yeah,
alley.
they
They
don't
just
care,
give you
actually.
drinks.
They're
No.
kinda like, "What do you want? Take it
You're
or
like,
leave it."
"This is you're helping my small business."
Funny, hilarious thing too about fake IDs was when we were at the Delia school ball tournament, or not Delia school, the Delia ball tournament, and,
Mhm.
everyone we were underage, and people on our team were like, "Oh, like, you guys, you're gonna wanna, like, come to the bar with us afterwards, so you gotta figure that out." And so
Mhm.
you and me, I think maybe saw this online or heard it from somebody that we could do this, decided to take
Yeah.
our, driver's licenses and
They
use clear nail polish and go through the barcodes on magazines and cut
Mhm.
out the numbers to use clear varnish onto our IDs.
Honestly, I didn't think it looked that bad, and it did get us in. The
Well, first of
bouncer
all,
was a friend of ours, so
yeah,
that
bouncer was
probably
a
helped.
friend of ours, and we
Mm,
literally high-fived the police officers as we went in and out all night because
yeah.
we were just, like, playing around in the street and then going back into the bar and then coming back out into the street,
Oh
and
my
it
god.
I'm like, "What?"
And then I got blackout. I don't know if you got blackout, but I remember my mom had picked us up that night. Do you remember? Because she, bless her heart, she went camping close by so Emily and I could go to this ball
Oh,
tournament, and then she
yes.
picked us up so we could stay
Yeah.
at the trailer. And she ended up picking us up, like, late in the evening. I think I rocked up to the truck, I had no shoes, no wallet, like, no sweater, and she's like, "Rachel, where the fuck is your stuff?"
I think you
I'm like,
lost your
"Oh, right."
sunglasses. She was
Yeah,
like,
I lost my
"Where."
seeing eyeglasses. I
Yeah,
lost my
yeah.
glasses.
Yes, she
So
was upset about
rogue.
that.
And I swear
Um,
to God, I went back and found them in some field. But do you remember the next morning? She was
um,
so mad at me.
I
And
do
then I
remember
threw up
because
eating those eggs.
yeah, you were a little hungover,
Oh,
and the thing that sucked too is that I kind of had, like, stopped drinking, like, I must have ran out of alcohol or something
mm,
earlier in the day. 'Cause we were there all day, and then I think
yeah,
your mom picked
dangerous.
us up at, like, 1 AM, so I had started to sober up, so, like, I seemed, like, pretty sober
Yeah.
probably,
So
and then
that
you
didn't help
had
me.
yeah, so I was like but, yeah, that was hilarious, oh my god. Yeah, shout
That
out
was
French Toast
funny.
Mafia, that's fam
Yeah,
for real.
that was great.
Um,
That was some really good memories.
really
And I
good
also love,
memories.
like, you and I and a few other girls were, like, you and I and Kaylee and Kiera were the
Mm,
youngest people on the team, and then
yeah,
everyone else was maybe, like, 6 years older
old.
than us?
Yeah,
Yeah, like, 6 or however many years older than us, but we were all, like, such good friends, and those people I still am friends with today. Like, when I
oh,
go
I know.
back to Canada sometimes, like, I love seeing them. But it was just so nice that they just included us and, like, didn't
I
make it
know.
weird, and
No,
it
and
was
I
just
always
fun. It
thought
was a
that,
good
like
group.
I always thought, Kaylee and Kira were, like, really cool
Oh, they're
gals
so
because they're
cool.
just, like, cool athletic chicks,
Yeah,
and then to be able to, like, experience friendship with them on that team was really
for
fun because
sure.
they were,
And the
like
sport, yeah.
they were because like, small town, so, like, throughout I don't know, for me, throughout, like, high school, like, certain elements of the social programming that we went
Mm,
through, I was like, "Oh, like, I have my friends, I don't intermingle with, like, other people," and then
mm.
through, like, the French Toast Mafia, I got to actually, like, be friends with them, and they were just, like, fun, loving gals, like
Yeah,
our friend group was, and it was so
for
much fun, and
sure.
I kind of knew Kaylee before because when we were little, we were friends
Mm,
with Sarah, and,
yeah.
so that I got to meet Kaylee through that, and one time I watched her beat the shit out of, a guy. That was
Ah,
awesome. I think about to that
core memory.
day when she's, "Bo, Bo, Bo,"
Oh
and he was
my god.
scared, oh my
Who
god.
was this? Go Kaylee.
I watched her literally jump and tackle him to the ground and start beating the shit out of him, and it was hilarious.
She's a badass.
It was hilarious and awesome,
Yeah,
so
I look
shout
up
out.
to Kaylee and
Uh-huh.
Kira. They're both
Thank
just
you.
fun, good people.
Yeah, they are fun. Yeah,
But should we start wrapping this episode up?
I know, we're like, literally, we got to 3 sort of things. The parties, that's what takes up the most time talking about, because that's, like,
Yeah,
the most important part of growing up is underage
the parties you
drinking
went to,
and
for
blacking out,
sure.
yeah. Mm.
That's what everyone
The
remembers.
nights we can't remember with the people we'll never forget.
Yep, exactly. Detrimental to our ears.
That's my tramp stamp, actually, I have
Would
that
like
as
to
a
say I
tattoo.
learned a lot, but took me a lot longer to learn something.
Woo! Yeah, no, I just
Took a
learned
few
that
more years of that. Learned that the hard way more times than I care to admit.
yeah, so, yeah, I guess, like, to just kinda wrap it up, that's growing up in a small town is underage drinking mostly.
Mhm.
The thing is though, is like we had so much fun
So much
as
fun.
kids. Like we had so much fun. We had so many hilarious times together, just being ridiculous. And the thing is that our parents didn't really worry about us because we grew up in a small town. They were just like, well,
Mhm.
how bad can it be? So this episode was just friendshipy vibes, friendship lore. What's it
Hmm.
like to grow up in a small town? And yeah, and the memories that we share. And I hope this was interesting. And if people want us to talk more about this, I mean, we literally didn't even get to like small town
No.
rumors. We didn't get to small town hockey teams. We didn't get to small town jobs. And
Yeah,
this might be a very niche thing, but there's just so many ridiculous things that happen in a small town that
there are.
because it feels lawless.
Yeah.
Nobody's checking and balancing shit because it's
Things
just a
that you
small town.
don't things you don't realize weren't normal until you leave
Yeah.
the small town, and then you're like, "Oh, okay. No one else
Yeah.
has these experiences." And a lot of them I am very grateful for. I think that
Most
I
of them,
have
yeah.
yeah, I think that I have really good memories, and maybe we'll
I didn't
have to
even
do
talk
another
about the
episode.
pedophile across the road.
No, that's pretty important. So maybe
It
we'll
is
do another
important.
episode where we talk about the negatives of living in a small town. But this was
Yeah.
mostly positive, and
This was mostly
I don't
positive,
know
actually.
about you, but I do have some really fond, funny memories
Mhm.
of growing up in a small town. So thanks for staying and thanks for listening. And we hope that you enjoyed some of our stories together and got to know Emily and I a little bit more and all of our shenanigans as kids. And we will talk to you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.